Hello, fellow Bazaarians. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to start off the rotation by playing Jules, and then I'm just going to go through the normal rotation as I would normally. I think the last couple videos before the dragons came out were Dooley and then Vanessa, so realistically I'd be like here in the normal rotation if I went back to it, but I think it just makes the most sense to start from the dragons and then work our way back to them. I might have to start posting more than one video a day just to try to get through the character rotation a little bit more. But I don't want to spam you guys. I know there's a lot of people creating content for the Bazaar, so if you're subscribed to a couple of Bazaar YouTubers, you probably have a lot of videos popping up in your feed, which is why I try to keep it to one a day. That and it takes a minute to record and edit and everything, even though I do tend to stick to a lower editing amount in my videos. I think since we have the cooler slot, let's go for non-weapon items today.
Come with no weapons.
We can go for strawberries. That sounds fine.
Feel our energies resonating.
I like the slow line a little bit more than I like the max health stuff on the early parts of the day. And I kept the dragons music on because I really like the dragons music. But
I'm so glad we
okay.
could share this experience today.
If we can find some regen scaling, maybe shield scaling, like a pumpkin or something like that, this could be all right.
A customer.
Toaster. This is whenever you use a food, this gains shield, which is kind of cool. As long as we don't face poison, this is a solid option. Toaster is also a decent starting item. Most of our items are incredibly slow, though, so I'm going to try to look for something that's a little bit quicker. Maybe I do just upgrade the strawberries for now. All right. Well, this is a 3-second Lao Lao. We did not find our Scorch Pepper or anything to scale with. I wonder if I could out-regen the Viper if I just played all this stuff, huh? I tend to think no. Without the scaling, I don't think I can. Might be able to out-regen Kyver, though. Yeah, I should be fine with this one. Maybe 40, 48 regen, 54 regen even. It's not a small amount. I think we might have even been able to beat the Viper, but regardless, this is a good fight for us too. Okay, I should go Valpak, I think, here.
We have everything, so you can have everything.
Really don't want to spend all $3 here to roll, so I'm not going to do that. When you use an adjacent tool, charge this 1 second. Or just hot sauce. This does not need to be heated or chilled anymore. So you know what? I haven't really used this item too much in recent memory. I'm going to go for a medium item here. It's not the one I was hoping for. I'll say that much. All right, we really don't have too much offense here. And by too much, I mean any.
Don't hurt them, creature. No promises.
Sometimes day one is just like that, though. Ah, this guy doesn't have really any offense either. Should be winning this based off the fact that I have a bunch of regen and he does not have any regen. But I found that you can go for the knife set kind of thing early on Jules. You just need a bunch of other tools to use with it. And then, honestly, even just like this amount of regen is fine as an alternative for a lot of day ones. You know, it's not every single day one that your opponent is actually going to have good scaling. Because sometimes you can kind of just get away with not having much on your board for day one. But this is my first run with Jules this season. So we'll have to see what we can find. Ooh, that's nice. Go ahead and drop the chef hat for now. And now we're burning with Lao Lao on a 3-second timer. This is actually our best burn item now, until I at least find another tool to stick next to instant noodles. I want to go for more burn items as well. here, we can maybe put up a little bit of a fight. Alright. Regen, don't fail me now. I wish I could find something to scale with, but nothing yet. Just a steady amount of burn, and we win that one.
What can I say?
There's a lot of Vanessas right now running the wetware setup, so I'm a little nervous about that. Should I go for a skill finally? Nah, I'm gonna keep going with this stuff. Okay, we got more slow items there. I have one here with the honeycomb. Do I want another chilled slot? I mean, currently I kind of do. There's nothing that wants heated on this board yet, and we have a scorch pepper. Go for it. Hulu knife. Maybe I can go for more of the slow stuff here. Oh, I forgot Kev could sell prep station. That's actually solid. Let's take that. Well, I wish I had a little bit more space for it to fit on the board, but that's all right.
This will look great on camera.
I'll buy the chef hat as
That's
well, since it
professional
gives me
grade.
my money back with caviar. 75. This is not a tool, though. Can put this tool here, though. Do we play eggs, since it's a pretty solid defense option? Either that or a 6-second black pepper, which I'm not a huge fan of. Could play it over strawberries, I guess, but I think I'd rather have the regen. This is also scaling shield onto instant noodles as well, so pretty decent. Ooh, can use a chilled item, shield 10 and regen 10. Okay, so this could get you adjacent items chilled. Haven't really played with the refrigerator before, more than maybe once. I'll hold on to that as well.
Let's make this quick.
Since I have 2 chiller slots, I could consider durian.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
Maybe
on
there's something
Palaver.
with durian and refrigerator, but Alright, so Ulu Knife hastes itself. I think it hastes itself 1 at all tiers, though. You're just scaling the amount of crit chance you get. Okay, let's keep it going here, boys. Remember when I said a minute ago that a lot of Vanessas are running
Got
wetware, so
talent.
it's
You
difficult
should
to
put it
just
toward
play a
nobler
bunch of
use.
burn. This is not the best instance of that because they only have the wetware and no other shield items, but you see what I'm saying. All right, so small silver shield item could be eggs or strawberries. Let's do it. Could also just be a stress toy. What if I just do a skillless run today?
Bubbles, but I certainly don't have a use for it.
That is gonna do me fine. Good crit chance scaler for the rest of the fight. I will take this to
fabulous on
hopefully
you.
farm a bunch of food casts off. Think I can still beat Tempest Bravo with this just fine. I'm trying to cast as many times with my food as possible while still winning this fight. I think this should be fine though. He can never really kill me. So as long as I don't really do too much damage to him, we're alright. I don't think I'm gonna get quite to 100 casts with everything. Yeah, I would have won this without
I will
even
accept
scaling up my items.
punishment.
I could have just dropped prep station and played another food there. Not a bad thing to have. 43 out of, yeah, that's quite good. Alright, I'm not too interested in getting the weapons here. The only thing I'd really want is, I guess, an Ulu knife upgrade for the crit, and even that is just going into eggs right now, so... I go strawberries or eggs? Eggs a little faster. Strawberries starts off with more. Let's just grab ourselves a few loot items here. I think I'd rather hold on to the slow stuff than the chilled stuff there. $3 is actually fine for that. Could have bumped it up, but get the opportunity to re-roll it here. $4 now instead of 1. And then we're not skillless anymore, but I was working on the fortune cookie already, so I figured that's fine. All right, and then you want to go here. Unless, of course, we want to play it like this. No, because we want... I think we kind of want the instant noodles to the right of this. And let's bump up the prep station.
Our items have lived. They have stories.
We're using Ulu knife more often than we're using the prep station, so I think this is the better positioning here for that one. And then, what do I want to do with the next bronze upgrade? I could go cutlass just to have a silver fiery item to transform later on. Could also just go black pepper or instant noodles to have just extra starting stats. Honeycomb slows an extra target and also gets more regen. I think I'll go black pepper here. Alright.
Oh, I'd rather feed you than
We can
fight.
speed up all our scaling with black pepper. It's not a tool, but it's at least still charging, right? I'm not destroying anything, so I think that's what this one is destruction protection. That is a good bit of scaling. And haste, a lot of haste with spear. I was gonna say I imagine I lose that one, but I had a good bit of regen and shield there. 90, 10, 11. Yeah, so you're still doing the most. So I don't really see the instant noodles hate right now. It's feeling pretty solid. Still. With the new changes to it. I do miss it being 2 seconds, don't get me wrong, but can't all live in the best reality anymore. Alright, Greater is awesome. Because you can get it to be a 4-second item with ×3 and slow on all 3 of those casts.
Might as well stock up.
70 on chocolate coin. There's the pumpkin. Still bronze. And we did get rid of the... I'll hold on to it. It's only $3.
Buy 200, get one free.
If I could find the luau here, I think I'd use it.
Try not to almost die every day.
Now that I got that, though, nah. I'm good.
You
Pizza is
came
fine
to
there,
the
too.
wrong
Since you're using
hellman,
Prep
stranger.
Station, you could scale up all of the numbers on pizza. Maybe replace these two with it. Because you've got such good multicast numbers on it.
Ah,
You goal-praying ski-waller!
Guess I do owe some of the damage that this is doing to the crits, potentially. So close. All right, sorry, Vintage. Let's grab a Cinders here.
I sense something blocking your power.
Tracer Fire, okay.
I'll send you to Orlin.
Really nice to see this early because that means that if we do ever find the Zarlik, then we're gonna be cooking with it. And I have a Cinders already ready to go for that. So yeah, let's look for the. Oh, I could also look for Emu here though, while I have the Cinders. Now let's be smart about this. Extra XP is really important. But yeah, no, that's actually a really solid pull, the Tracer Fire there. We're burning frequently enough that we should be able to farm up some decent crit chance with that, even at silver. And once we get Zarlik, that will be pretty self-sufficient. Hopefully I'm able to find a Zarlik today. I do like that item a lot, as you may know.
Mind if my crew films this
If
for
you've
the
been
show?
watching the channel for
Why
long enough.
fight when we can feast?
I've always been a really big fan of the super spammy boards. The boards that cast just a lot of items really fast. Or cast the same item over and over and over again really fast. That's not doing damage, is it? I just realized, I thought this was lifesteal, but it's actually not doing damage, is what's happening. That's tragic.
I bet you don't
Yeah, he
even
doesn't have a
take it.
chiller. He took 2 heaters, and then I guess sold this as a package or something? Restorative Durian, that must have come out of a Farai package, I think. I thought it was lifesteal though. So for a second there, I went, ooh, I don't know about that one. Extra XP or the potential of finding Zarlik here is pretty high. I can grab my skill now. First time you freeze haste, okay. I'll just go with the XP. Then I can go lick it here for the smalls. Let's go with these 2 out the window. I'm not worried about the slows anymore, really. And then let's grab the 5 small treats. Need to grab myself a silver tier loot item here. Okay, I got another Cinders. Do I want to put maybe the small Cinders first onto this dude and then save another Cinders? Yeah, I think I want to do that. Let's put the first Cinders here and then hold on to this one for something else that could be stronger. Like Zarlik. Alright, so you can get haste boots. You've also got a crit chance here. And you now have a sparkler. It's not a food though, so it doesn't scale off of prep station. The rocket boots would be nice though. You don't have a tool, do you? Yeah, you do have a powder horn. Are there really any ammo items on this character that I would want to use? Not really. Let's go drone operator.
Hey, admin, can we still shoot on sight?
This is a really good skill if you manage to get a tag onto something later on, or just have a solid vehicle. I don't think I've ever tried it for this character, but I could see Sushi Boat being really good with it.
Footage, bro.
So, how do you ever make this fly? Maybe Angle Grinder does it every once in a while, if you're lucky. Just a bit of haste and crit. Not terrible. Non-weapon seems to be our jam right now. Alright, so Baked Potato used to have the multicast when you put it on a heater slot, but now it's getting the 2-second cooldown reduction when you put it onto a heater slot, so it turns it back into a 4-second multicast item. Otherwise, it's just a 6-second multicast item, which I think is still fine for the amount of regen that it's giving you. But I'm not interested in banking on one of those right now. No Zarlik. Could run Skillet. Eh.
I suppose you'll go buy a weapon instead.
Free income. I'm pretty rich. I don't feel like I need to do that.
Barely scratched the surface of the outlands.
Another targeting drone. Didn't I have crit chance earlier? I feel like I put crit chance into something. Maybe I put a feather into something. I put it into the instant noodles. Okay. You know, eventually you could run something like this with the not prep station, spice rack. Scale up the instant noodles crit, put a Zarlik on the other side with a chocolate coin fed into it, and then crit a bunch. I do have the caviar still. I think I'm gonna look for either value scaling so I can keep scaling caviar, or you guys know I like Cauldron too much. It's just a really good item. That's a hard one to pass up.
You're curious,
Except that it's silver.
just like me.
How do I make that fit?
Who were the people who left these?
Let's try that out.
Oh, I'd rather feed you than fight you.
I wish I was giving the crit to something better, but 3-second Lao Lao for a little bit of start speed here. Haste everything, including the prep station. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Thanks, Solar Farm. And thank you, Pearl, for providing. I'm liking the Ulu knife a lot for that spot. Should I toss these now? Yeah. You can get transformed though, so let's think about that as well. These guys are kind of thinking about being sold right now.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Ooh. This item's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds if it's heated. All your items gain 2 and 2. But this is giving me regen and shield as well. I guess this would still be giving me shield. I just wish this was a tool. When you use a tool, burn 2. You kind of need to be running tools to make this work, but I could see it with Solar Farm. Maybe I do end up transforming this and it becomes really good.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
You were fun while you lasted, Solar Farm.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
That's still my best start speed. I guess this could also just go over here, right? That's a little weird.
A bad craftsman blames his tools,
this.
That's a really
Great
early
camera.
meat tenderizer.
Bet you'll be surprised when that comes in handy.
The item to the left has crit chance equal to this item's crit chance. This feels like a situation where meat tenderizer is supposed to be in between these two items, right? I think it's gonna be like that. Let's see how that
If you
looks.
want grim and stoic, you came to the wrong Sphinxian. I believe in joy.
Okay, I only have 3 foods. So this actually keeps me looping. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I'm proud of you.
Really good pickup there. These are the 2 Zarlik skills that you want, for sure.
Well, well, a simple transaction.
Do I even want prep station on the board is the question. Having a hard time not clicking these other nodes.
I would never debase my wares by haggling.
Do I want to sell this first? Yeah, I think I do want to sell this first. Let's go with Zarlik, right? I think we're going to get rid of prep station. We're going to put this onto the board. Okay. Don't really care about Shark Ray. Don't really care about Lao Lao. Oh yeah, this is fine. We want another one of these. We're gonna buy these guys up. 2-second tool.
That suits you beautifully.
Think black pepper is gonna come off the board here. Wasn't letting me pick it up there for a second. I don't know what that was about. Now, hold on to this chocolate coin a little bit longer.
Remember, diamonds come in small boxes.
Yeah. Okay.
I may look refined.
I feel really solid
I'm
about
raised
this
on
run so far.
streets.
My fight isn't.
I wouldn't
with
mind
you.
having some gold items on the board, but aside from that, or some more gold items, I should say. I have a couple of them. That's pretty solid. Your flying items have their cooldowns reduced by a second. Wow, I actually did not.
Defeat does not.
I did not
defeat.
catch this change in the patch notes. One item starts flying, you take 25% less damage, and your flying items have their cooldowns reduced by a second. If you had this with the Katana build, you could actually just go 1 second with it immediately if you could start it flying, huh? That's pretty good. This Katana and hoverboard, maybe? I gotta try that. Marlin seems good too, right? It's a 2-second Marlin because it's a 3-second item normally. Does this gain a 3rd ammo? Yeah, it does for every food you have on the board. Here's what I'm thinking. What if I swap both of these to heater slots so I can fit in another tool? Not play Ulu Knife for now. And then that way I don't have to like have this other stuff heated. And then I can just take the cooler slot on day, or not day, level level 9, I think it is, that you get the extra slot. But now I have 2 extra heaters, and then I can choose the 1 chiller. Since we're running burn, it's going to be more consistent, I think, with more heater slots.
Power, but he can never surpass
3 burn. Sure.
learn skills quickly, but it takes patience.
I just need 1 more small shield item, I think. So, Andy.
Now
All right.
That's professional grade.
The item to the left has
Tell
crit chance equal to
everyone you
this
got
item's
it
crit
here.
chance. 52% crit. These heater slots don't matter right now. Let's do when another foods increase. I guess we want both of these next to them though, right? Yeah. But eventually I will want Santuku next to the Zarlik if we do find the... Ooh.
Shall I gift wrap it for you?
If we do find the spice rack. Salt. Adjacent items gain crit chance. Go for that. When you crit, burn 6, and this is increasing the burn every time.
Remorse never. Be remorseless.
Oh, I got a fortune cookie. Nice. All right. So Ghost Pepper, he's got some upgrades for us, and also a really, really good skill. Yeah, that was a lot of burn really quick. Whenever you want to show up, Sterling, I will happily say hi.
Look, it's hot merchandise, okay? But the
Curio's
Gorgons won't connect it
package,
to you.
Goldie's package, another Curio package. Interesting, interesting. Midsworth Mattel. I kind of want to go to Mattel so that I can find potentially the spice rack, right? But Goldie's package is worth 2 XP. If I wasn't scaling all the burn, I would be pretty happy about that item, but it scares me in its current state. 12 out of 100, that's going to take a minute. Let's go, Goldie.
You get this where it needs to go. It'll be worth your trouble.
Almost
Trust
level
me.
9 if I take that. Yeah, let's do it.
Mind if my crew films this for the show?
You do.
I had a good feeling that this fight would be winnable for me, and I see a bronze pig, and I am immediately validated in my decision making. It's a good bit of shield, but I think we have enough spam to not worry about it too much.
Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
I forgot this also scales damage. Kind of crazy. Alright, and then this one we want to take the chiller, or do we just want another heater slot? I think I'm just gonna take another heater slot.
Look at this mess.
Big pumpkin?
Ooh, embarrassing.
I've been skipping the transforms for this. Let's do that.
The chef should never lack his understudies, but you are my least intolerable.
I knew you'd be there.
Nothing tight,
I knew you'd be
nothing
there
loose.
waiting for me.
All about moderation.
Doesn't matter that this is even on the board anymore. None of the heated stuff really matters either. This is a great item to stick next to a meat tenderizer if you have the speed for it. Not today, though. Ooh, serving platter. Okay, we do want that. That's for sure.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
I almost wonder if that's still the way you're supposed to run it so that you can have caviar on the board properly, but you still don't get to hit something else with it. This doesn't even have a crit chance. We'll figure this out. There's a crit angle there somewhere.
Lounging in this resort isn't
Much as
how
I would
imagined
love-
my retirement.
What, 3, 4 extra ammo? 4 extra ammo? I think I kind of have to go Cutlery
And with a
Forge here,
blast of pure
or the Zarlik for the
charisma.
2 hastes.
Voila.
Burninator bot. That's doing a lot of damage there. 25% crit chance that soon in. Not bad.
I'll make you.
Flamethrower would be a nice pull.
You'll be delicious.
Sticky beans or random encounter. Well, maybe we can find Goldie here. Don't need Deborah.
My food is gonna make you unstoppable.
The base regen.
All the fighting out there, you gotta keep your strength up.
JJ.
The bazaar's a crazy place, right? I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
You use a chilled item, freeze an item for 25 seconds. Oh, this doesn't need to be chilled anymore to have the adjacents be chilled. That's kind of cool. That way, if you have the full board of heater slots, you can just slap this on the board and still use it. Freeze an item for half a second, huh? This is going to take forever to get sold. I'm leaning towards not using this. Yeah, I'm leaning towards not using this. I want to be giving the most crit chance to the Santuku as possible, right? Because then it transfers its crit chance onto the other. That's... oh. Quite strong.
Oh, in the kitchen.
We are doing the
meat
thing.
Doesn't fight back.
And Cutlery Forge is the guy. Mossy is for a regen effect. Gains for. I think that's just Mossy Zarlik then, no? Either that or Mossy Salt. And then we can stick the caviar back on the board with the chocolate coin sold later on. I think that's going to be smart. Do that. Going to be a lot of regen.
Little sentient slub shops.
This will look
Well,
great on camera.
that solves that problem. I think we care too much about any of that stuff. No Goldie still. Gumballs one by one. We got 19 value on this, which is 8% crit chance, 9% crit chance. 10% crit chance now. That's permanent crit chance. Weapon tool. Let's do Anaconda. He's got the shiny stuff and the honed in skill, which could be good for Mousetrap.
Calm down. Let's talk about it.
All right. $72 out of 100. Still need another fight or two for that one. Can go foods here though.
Now that's professional.
Now I'm
grade.
getting double the value whenever I sell a food. You know what? Let's just do it now. Might even sell this other stuff that's in the store. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll at least sell the Azakan stew. Do I want to sell something else to get the money for it, though? That's the problem. Always right when I sell these big items like Goldie's package there, that I end up seeing Goldie right afterwards. But, ooh. Okay, I think it is time to sell this little guy. 25% crit chance. Now it's 30. It's going to be even more after this. Want that.
This will look great on camera.
I don't want to play serving platter. But it's a very different build without the scaling. Let's see, what can we cut, right? We don't really need Scorch Pepper. Although it is our only other food to scale crit chance casts off of with Zarlik. So maybe it's something like this. Because at the 2-second mark with Mousetrap, you get the fire for Tracer Fire to start Zarlik up. And with this stuff, you've got a 98% crit chance on Zarlik, so you're critting pretty often. And then I'll take the XP here just to level up.
Oh, dear granddaughter, how is life?
5% CDR, 10% crit chance. I don't really need that at this point. 50 damage. Charge 3 food.
When your nonna young, she win many fight.
Oh, I'd rather feed you than fight you. I'm not scared of
Come
you.
on up, kitty.
I've got you.
I'm almost about to flawless victory this shit. Come here, bud. That's a Gujang. We could be in for a rough time here. Ooh, he's got the charge, too. Very, very strong.
They're gonna be okay.
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
Nothing a little.
That's a cool infinite. 56% crit chance. That's a very cool infinite. When you use a toy, haste an item, and when you use a toy, charge another toy 1 second. So you don't even need this to be diamond for it to just go infinite. Very cool. I guess it's not 100% infinite, though, because of the simple fact that... Well, no, it charges at 3, which charges this back 3, and it's hasted. So yeah, that's pretty much infinite. I want to get away from Cutlery Forge if I can. That's my issue. I want to have a actual payoff for critting. realistically, I would prefer to have something like this where I can just charge a bunch of stuff. See what we can find here. The pizza's fun because you can spam, if you have enough crit, you can really spam a bunch of stuff out onto it. It's like almost worth playing this.
The more you get hurt, the more we can hang out.
Heated slots do not matter currently, as far as I know. I'm going to take my chances on Master Alchemist. There's a skill here that I could reload my mousetrap with.
If I mix the sulfur with the copper resin.
Yeah, the scaling's not there though on this one. Maybe leftmost item is a food shows up out of nowhere.
Small things remind me of seeds, acorns, home.
You can maybe get rid of some of the... It's a very different way of doing what we were trying to do before. Hoping for a serving platter to show up here. Dragon Steak, all your other items have extra crit chance. I know Dragon Steak goes really nicely with the salt nowadays. Maybe with meat tenderizer too?
Page 320, don't let feelings blind you to profit.
How do you even make that work? I want to know. I think maybe you just don't play instant noodles is the solution to that. That might just be the solution.
I'll never resell this. I'll show those stumps back home.
This does need to be heated. We can solve that problem though. Guess we want to be scaling the crit chance on you though too. Something like that. It's a very different board than what we were just playing, but I think it could be alright. Charge adjacent food? No.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Goodbye, Cutlery Forge. Oh. Oh. Sorry, Cutlery Forge. Gone too soon.
Such reckless haste.
Would it be better to play Meat Tenderizer and make these much faster? Maybe. Burn equal to... With Mossy on Dragon Steak, that would be really good. I don't think I can really take out the salt here.
I may look refined, but I was raised
I might need the Santoku next to the pizza though, just to get the charge working properly. With this kind of a setup. Okay. No, it's working. It's working.
Well, I ordered the dish. Guess I have
We
to
love
eat it.
charge spam here. 349, 202. Yeah, this gets charged pretty fast, right? And the haste and the burn is all giving us more crit chance, which is scaling up the stake. Oh, I'm a happy man today. I get to play goofy build, which always makes me just happy in general. All right, more crit chance, please. Maybe we find chocolate coin and I hold on to these gumballs for a reason.
Life is urgent. Hurry up.
3-second meat tenderizer
Now
is
that's
kind of worth it
professional
to me.
grade.
There's also a 3-second looping, potentially, item that can scale crit chance. I'd imagine the 20% is better, though. And since it's not a food, yeah, no. I do feel like maybe the meat tenderizer needs to be on the board somewhere.
The bazaar is corrupt. Let the desert cleanse you.
Okay, not too much there. I'm still leveling up to level 13 no matter what this day, so let's go for the crit stuff. When you crit, double this item's damage. I don't have poison. %, 68%. There's just something about Runic Blade, man.
Perhaps I will watch
20%. It's 25% if I just have this on the board for everything, though. Is my difficulty. Six-second start. This does just take 12 seconds to do anything, because I can't haste it. I don't want that. Trying to reason with myself. I can't really justify dropping these two items. So, no thanks.
Who I am does not matter. The bazaar.
Get some money back this way. Level up their way.
That's a fine piece.
Charge 2 other food. Gains 40% crit. Since I haven't been able to see what this looks like, I'm tempted to click it, but obviously serving platter and then just going back to what we were just running before this might be the move. Is this the one? 50% extra crit chance on everything? 93, 68. Yeah, it's gonna be you.
That's some masculine craft.
Then again, you do need to be next to the Dragon Stig, don't you? Yeah, that'll work.
I may look refined, was raised on
I
the
need
streets.
the
We go on
serving
in an
platter to be
hour.
upgraded as well, but
We
I
don't
can
have time
I
for
can do
this.
that. Would have been cool to see the runic blade in action too. I think we will be able to see the runic blade in action, guys. It is an infinite here we are dealing with.
Sorry.
We simply
didn't
do
mean to
not
hurt
have
you.
the speed to
did.
beat that. This item on its own is insane, but getting 2 of them and having them both be enchanted with defensive enchants like that is incredibly strong. Especially with a sampler that is heavy. Yeah, that's nuts. All right, enchantment location.
A glimpse of your potential.
Go with the shielded dragon stake.
I might need someone to cover for me.
This item is good if it gets sped up somehow. Maybe I can find this guy here. I can.
It has its role to play.
This will look great on camera.
This is a good way to scale your crit chance stuff too. When you crit with an adjacent item, your items gain burn. That might actually be the move.
Poison is the weapon
Let's go with that.
of nobility, of planning, and control.
We're at 102% crit base. Mm-hmm. A fun one. I just wanted to see what you had.
Spin like a wheel. You will return.
First few times you shield charge is a skill here. That's not quite infinite, but I mean, it's doing the thing.
You got your just desserts.
We're going diamond here.
Power for my own gain, you know. I seek it to share it.
Extra burn, extra regen, extra crit chance when you use an item. The crit chance translated into something for the other items and not just Dragon Stake, I would do it.
We had a string of bad tippers this week.
Sorry, poison freeze bug. Well, I guess it's just base crit.
Today, but there is so much more.
Heal on the Zarlik is nice. I don't think there's anything this will do, right? Can upgrade it. I can upgrade Caviar. Okay, I can either upgrade Caviar, which doesn't do anything, except for give me 4 more crit chance, which doesn't really matter. Or I could put poison onto this one. I can put 10 poison onto this. Bonbons.
Oh, I'd
Alright,
rather
final fight.
feed you than
We were
fight
going flawless up until
I
day
know I'm supposed
10,
to wear
and then
earplugs,
we lost 2 days
but
in a
I'm
row.
not gonna.
Let's see what we can do here with this. It's a silver serving platter, or spice rack rather, only, so. Double bass guitar.
So missed if you know.
This guy's a savage.
You don't have to boo us.
So, how are you getting more... Ah, okay. So just 2 tempo whenever you use base, huh? I guess that's almost enough. It's almost enough. If you had more tempo generation, getting a copy of Hover Pad might have even been better so that you could charge the light drone more. But yeah, that was a fun one. Another Dragon Stake run. I've played it in the past, but this one seemed like it was still able to compete in the current meta. We fought a decent amount of like Dragons players, and I would say a couple of pretty meta boards. But Shielded Dragon Stake still out there, still doing good things. Zarlik, our boy, we love this guy. Rolled into the Tracer Fire and Static Acceleration skills super early, so Zarlik could loop pretty easy pretty early. We found Caviar super early as well, so just a bunch of extra crit chance for free. And then eventually we found Spice Rack and Serving Platter, and we're able to put out some pretty respectable burn numbers on everything. Decent charge too, 3, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, and then we had like 2, 6, 7, 5, going pretty quick. And 156 poison on Serving Platter is kind of just funny to see. Watch it one more time. It didn't feel like the spammiest thing ever, but the amount of regen we were gaining from Salt was nice. Honestly, I think Salt is just kind of an unsung hero on a lot of these boards. Gets to just give you a bunch of extra stats when you're spam casting. And like I said in the beginning of the run, I love a good spam cast board. I think you guys have noticed that in the past few days. I've been posting nothing but just spammy boards, and they've been working really well, so I hope you've been enjoying them. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing. I do my best to post daily Bazaar content, and I will continue doing so. I'm going to just go ahead and go through the normal rotation of heroes, so I believe tomorrow will be Dually Day. And then we'll just keep going like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for me here today. Thank you very much for watching yet again, and I will see you tomorrow on Dually. Bye-bye.